Welcome back to my channel. I know you missed me. I know I miss you for sure. Welcome back to my channel. It's another episode of Thirsty Thursday, sipping on that tea with your boy J.o.d. People ask me on Twitter, on YouTube, hitting me up, where you been? What's your content? What happened? What's your gameplays? What's your Thirsty Thursday? What's your unboxing? I don't really have an answer to that. There are so many different reasons on why I haven't made content for my YouTube channel. It's not I didn't feel like it, or there wasn't games for me to play, because I mean I've been playing the same game, so I could continue playing Rocket League and all that. It's just that work was starting to build up again, and then I had months of me being down, being sick. And so that's what this episode of Thirsty Thursday is about. Me telling my story on what happened, where I've been for the last couple months. But before I get into that story, before I let you guys know on what's going on with myself, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. Go ahead and do that right now. Hit the bell that you get notifications every time I upload a video. Hit the comments. I miss you guys. So people have been asking me where I've been or what's going on. Where's your content? I haven't heard from you. Well, let me go into that story. Let me give you the update on what's going on with me. Before I tell you everything right away, I will give you the details in the story. I don't know if you want to call it story. I keep saying story, but it's not really a story because it's not a story. So early this year, I was feeling good, and then towards March, I started coughing, sneezing, and all that. It's not what you thought. It's not what you think it is. It wasn't COVID because I was tested negative. I did that testing and it was negative. So it wasn't that. And for me, I really thought I had allergies the whole time. And so I've been taking different kind of medicine, different allergy medicines here, there, pills. Not pills. That is the medicine. Like cough drops just to help with my cough. It wasn't that serious type of cough, and there'll be times where I feel tired, feel exhausted. There were several weeks where right after I got off of work, I just wanted to sleep. I just wanted to lay down, and then I started not eating that much. I lost my appetite. It sounds a lot like COVID, but it's not. So it wasn't that. But I was so lost. I was so confused on what was it. And so it's been a month or two. This, like I said, this happened like towards end of March. In April, I was like, it's gonna wear off. It's gonna die, and so it's gonna be. I'll feel better as the months went on. Nope, it just continued the same. And then towards like June, it was almost my birthday. I was like, man, I better be feeling good by the time my birthday comes. Nope. And then it was also my goddaughter's birthday. Nope, not feeling good. I was able to eat still. There'll be times where I'm able to eat good, but there are other times where after one meal, I will throw it back out. I think it also depends what food it was. Like if it was more greasy food, if there was a lot of oil. There was a time where spaghetti was not very good for me. Every time I see spaghetti, I feel like throwing it up. Even though I didn't eat it, I see it as like, ooh, too much oil on it. that made me even sick. Make me nauseous, where I just want to throw it up. That's in June wise. And so I've been talking to a lot of people, talk about what could it be. It's early June. My feet start swelling up, and I'm like, okay. My feet, my leg would start swelling up for both sides, and I'm like, why is it doing that? And so I mean, I did what I had to do, and I continued to look up online, be my own doctor, and do my own research and figure out what's doing it. It was stuff I didn't want to see when I looked it up online. I was like, but I saw the symptoms of it. Like, yep, that's what. That could be the one. That could be. But all this time, I have people was telling me, go see the doctor. Go, you need to see the doctor. Me being a stubborn person, I was like, nah, I don't need a doctor. I don't want to go in. Because what they're going to do, they're just going to give me medicine when I'm ready, taking a lot of different type of medicine. Nothing's working. So I was like, what's going on? So as I do my own research, I was looking it up, okay, it could be this, it could be that. So I looked at it, I realized that it could be my kidney problems. It could be a kidney problem. And I was like, and I was reading into it, and I was like, this is really serious. Like, it wasn't, kidneys is one of those parts of your body that you don't want to mess with. So I was like, oh man, I really need to take care of this right away. If I don't, more worse can happen to it. And that could be just more domino effect to where it leads to more damage, not just to the kidney itself, but to other parts of my body. And I didn't want that to happen. I mean, my feet was already swollen up, elevated. But anyways, I would rest my feet at a 45 angle with pillows, or I will put my feet against the wall, and it will work. But every time I put more pressure on it, every time I start walking again, it just swellens up again. I was like, yeah, that's not good. So first, the second week of June, I was like, yeah, I need to really take care of this. I really need. So that's the time I went to go to my parents, especially to my mom, and be like, I need to go see the doctor. Nothing's working. At that time, I already knew what was going on. I already knew what the diagnosis would be. And so when the doctor confirmed on what I got, I was like, yep. But I wasn't expecting it to be so severe to the point where I was more nervous. I was super nervous about it. My blood pressure was too high. But every time the doctor would check, every time the nurse would check my blood pressure, even though it was so high, I'm like, I don't feel the symptoms of it being too high. Because they were like, it was over 100, over 180, over 100 plus. And they were like, you sure you're not getting dizzy? You're not. We got to make sure you take care of this, because that's almost like a heart attack or even a stroke type of level of your blood pressure. I was like, no, I don't feel that. Like, I feel good in that way where my blood pressure, it has nothing to do with my blood pressure. I don't feel anything that's causing me being sick or my feet getting swollen up because of my blood pressure. I think it just got super high because of my kidney problems, from the kidney that was hurting, that was causing that. And so I found out that the reason why my feet was swollen, because my kidneys was leaking out protein. And the doctors confirmed that, even though I already looked it up online and so read the research that the symptoms that protein was leaking out my kidneys, which was causing the legs to be swollen. So they put me on different medicine for a couple weeks. Well, not a couple weeks. I mean, they started me, and then they would always change. The doctor would change my doses because every time I did my checkups, it was still high. It was still going high. I'm like, yeah, I don't know why it's still going high when I got my own blood pressure check at home from my sister. It was basically down, and it's not normal, but better than what it was showing when I go in to see the doctor. So they give me more milligrams on the medicine for my high blood pressure and my kidneys. So I'm like, okay, as long whatever it's doing, I'm feeling way better. At the third time I went in, I was feeling way better. My energies was more better. My sick that was there was already slowing down, where it was already gone by the time my third checkup was. I was like, and it feels like it was because as soon as my doctor told me on what to stop eating, what to stop taking certain things, like sodium was the first thing that he told me. Is like, no more sodium. So I cut all sodium as much as I can. I mean, I don't do any salt. I have the if you haven't tried it, and if you want to stay out of sodium and salt and all that, or any other seasoning, try Dash. Dash is, I believe, is one of the best seasoning company out there that has no salt. I wish I had known about it way sooner, because I'm not really that fan of salt to begin with. No matter what you eat, there's always gonna be salt. So it was never me. I put more salt in my burger, put more salt on my fries. I was the opposite. I was like, I don't need salt. So even that, so no more salt, no more caffeine, no more sugar. It was a couple weeks. It was at least a month or two where all I was eating is salad, and nothing else, just salad and either chicken breast, fish. That's a whole different story. I will talk about that in a bit. So yeah, it was mostly just chicken breast and salad and a scoop of rice. So I lost a lot of weight from that. I don't know if you could tell right now. I lost so much weight. It's a good thing that I lost so much weight, because that's what I needed. I needed to lose all that weight. How I lost it wasn't what I expected to me. It wasn't what I expected, but there's always pros and cons when it comes to everything in life. And that's why I see with this, even though I was sick, I was fortunately to lose that side that I didn't want, and that's the weight. I was able to lose it all. Right now I'm down to 151 to 152, around there, or even a little bit higher. I started around like 200. The first couple weeks when I changed my whole diet, I lost 30 pounds right away. It was more it was funny because the second time I checked, When I first went in to see the doctor, I was around 190, 189 around there. And then the next time I went back in, and that was only a couple of days after. But I was already changed my diet. I was eating salads. I was really eating just salad, night and day basically. And then when I check, we have our own scale at home. So when I check my weight on the scale, it was already 150. And I'm like, wait, that can't be real. That can't be. I was like, no, there's something wrong with our scale. So when the next checkup I went in, it was pretty much the same weight. It was 155 around there. And I was like, I really lost 30 pounds in a week. That was crazy. I was like, wow. I'm putting a little bit more weight in, or at least the mass, because back then, like when I was sick, I lost all my mass. I wasn't super bony, but they were all, I had skin, I had the fat, but they were all like none. They were useless. They were weak. So now that I'm feeling way better, I'm back to work. I went back to work around second or third week of September. And I was just continuing doing what I did. But right now, my whole life has changed because I've been taking it more easy. I'm only doing little things here and there. And what I'm so thankful for, and so what I'm so grateful for, is the people at my work. They understand where I'm going, what I'm going through, where I've been the whole couple months. They were always hitting me up, checking up on me, making sure I'm good. And even when I came back, or before they came back, one of my bosses, I have several different bosses. He was so excited for me to come back, and he pretty much couldn't wait until I come back. And he knows that I have to take it easy, and if I need to slow down, if I need days off, or I just can't handle a lot of things right away, I could always tell him. And for me, like I said, I'm a stubborn person. I don't really like doing that, but back in my head, and I know for sure that I need to do that. I need to make sure my health is always number one, and I'm always taking care of that first. And they understand that, which I'm so happy, so thankful for, that they allowed me to come back better how I was before. And they are always asking me if I'm okay. Why do I need a day off? They are always there for me. They're always checking up on me, making sure that I'm good and that I'm feeling better. I'm feeling good. Said good so many times, but you know what I mean. They were just always there. They're a very supportive team, which I love. I can't say that to other places. So I'm right here. I'm back. I am hopefully gonna be doing more videos in the time being. If it's more, I don't know, but I'm gonna be doing a lot of unboxing because there's not really none package for me to unbox or play. I've been just playing one game so far, and that's MLB The Show, but no one really wants to watch that. But I'll be doing more this videos type of videos. That's Thursday, sipping on that tea. But back to my health story. So that's where I've been. I've been out, but I'm feeling way better. I lost a lot of weight. I've been working out in the gym, Before I went back to work, I was working out six times a week. Now it's a little bit less than that, but whenever I have time after work or if I'm off from work, I go hit the gym for a couple of hours and just get physical, man. Even though I know I'm slow, I still need to slow down, need to make sure I'm taking care of my body. But I just love to work. I'm just a hard working guy. As you can tell, lost a lot of weight. Appreciate everyone for your concern, for your prayers. Everyone, my support team. That's basically my family, my brother, my dad, my mom, my sister, my goddaughter, my nieces, my nephews. That they're always helping me out during the time I was down and sick. And they continue to help me out and be there for me, like I'm always going to be there for them. What else we got to say? Thank you to the staff at the hospital, at the clinic, at the San Joaquin County Hospital for taking good care of me. To the doctor, they're the best, and they know what they're doing. And without them, if I didn't go to them right away, I don't know what would happen. I don't want to think what would happen. But I just know that I took this very seriously. Eventually. But once I heard what was happening, that's the time things got real. Oh, I also left the part where in the end my doctor was saying that I might need surgery. I'll tell you the story, this part real quick. The veins that was connected to my kidney that's pumping red blood to it, is very small compared to any other person. They were saying that he sent me to a specialist that does that looks at it, that takes care of those part of the body. And when I went to see the specialist, he told me everything was fine. Don't worry. You don't need surgery because it was going to be more damaging if I actually went through the surgery. And I wasn't taking that much medicine to a point where I needed that. So a lot of those weight off my shoulder was gone after I heard that I didn't need surgery, because at that time I was so nervous again. My blood pressure was at a high, but the specialist was saying, "Oh, that's normal for someone who blood pressure rise." Because I told him at home before I came in, my blood pressure was normal. So he was like, "No, that's fine." So I appreciate it. I appreciate the specialist for looking at it real close and telling me that I don't need surgery, because that would be a whole different story. That will be a whole different ball game for me. I wasn't ready for no surgery, especially when it has to open up one of the organs, one of the body part in my body that never know what could happen. So I appreciate all the blessings, the prayers. And remember, guys, if you haven't yet, go ahead, hit the like button, hit the bell that you get notifications every time I upload a video. Make sure you guys subscribe. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. Hit the comments. I reply to them, as you know. I'll upload more videos in the near future. Don't forget to take care of yourself and each other and my beautiful people. Yes, my beautiful people. I see you right there. It's you beautiful people. Have a nice day.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Number one champion, remix. Can't touch me.
Can't touch
Float
us.
like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Raw greatest champion, so don't
remix.
with me. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Number Number one champion, so you can't touch
Yeah,
me.
it's
Float
production.
like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Can't touch
We're all
us.
greatest champions, so don't f with me.